to the Citizen channel. We're all staying safe and well. We continue our look at the history of Manchester City since 1880. Yes, so this is a modern day version as I'm recording this. Yes, not long ago at all. We're looking at season 23-24 and we're looking at July. So we looked at part one. We got to about towards the end, about, well, 2/3 away through July. We've got a couple of games to talk about and other things, of course, so please join me for that. If you've not checked out part one, please go back and check that out if you can. You don't have to watch them in order, of course you don't, but it might help. It might help you see the things, so please join me. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications, everything. City, of course, past and present. Great to have you on board. Spread that word, and please, if you are pushing buttons or you've already pushed the button, if you just press that little like button, that thumbs up button as well, it'd be much appreciated. Yes, some sad news. Obviously there's sad news in part one. We've got sad news in part two as well. On the 24th of July, sad news to learn of the passing of former player Trevor Francis at the age of 69. The ex-England and City forward played for City during the 81-82 season. It felt longer, it did, making 29 appearances and scoring 14 goals. Rest in peace, Trevor. On the 26th of July, we played our second friendly second and final friendly as far as Tokyo was concerned. We took on Bayern Munich and we beat them 2-1. Our starting 11 that day: Edison, Walker was captain, Stones, Diaz, Aki, Lewis, Kovacic, Bernardo, McAtee, Grealish and Alvarez. The subs: Ortega, Carson, Phillips, Cancelo, Haaland, Laporte, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gomez, Akanji, Peroni, Foden, Bob and Palmer. And the first half key moments: Spain did look the better, more pace with Sane enjoying himself. But it was City who actually let in a goal to the good. 21 minutes, it was 1-0 against the run of play. Lewis marauds forward, a pass is blocked, but it falls back to him. He gets a bit fortunate and he pulls it back to Alvarez, whose shot is saved, but McAtee can't miss from about 2 yards out. 27 minutes, Aki's down, and on 29 minutes he's replaced by Akanji. Precautionary, hopefully, although it turned out it might not, because we didn't see him in the next game either. Second half, 11 changes for Bayern and a much less experienced and weaker 11, that's for sure. And of course, City did the same, changed our team. 81 minutes, Bayern equalised with their first effort, even though it's like literally been one-way traffic. First effort of the second half, down the left. Edison seems not to hang on to a shot, but on replay it did take a slight deflection, so he did pretty well to get a hand to it in the first place. But before he could get it, old Tell their play was there to pop it in before he could re-grab it. But we made sure of the game on 86 minutes. Peroni put it through for Foden, who was pulled back to Laporte, and he blasted it home. Match starts, Bayern Munich 10 shots, 4 on target. City 13 shots, 7 on target. Possession was 61% for City. Man of the match, it was given to Bernardo on the day by the sponsors, etc. But I gave it to Kovacic. I thought Kovacic was very, very good. News also came through that day of David Silva was forced to hang up his boots, after suffering a serious knee injury in pre-season training. Let's hope he comes back and visits us regularly, and please enjoy your retirement, El Mago. 28th of July, Riyad Mahrez, finally, he was left at home. He wasn't on the plane, of course, to the Far East, has left Manchester City to join Al Ahly, the Saudi Arabian football club. The Algerian winger spent 5 years with City after signing in 2018 from Leicester City. Mahrez's spell at the Etihad saw him make 236 appearances and score 78 goals, assisting 59 more for his teammates. He won an astonishing 11 major trophies with City and leaves the club as a treble winner in what was his final campaign. He went out on a high, didn't he? 30 million, I think, was the price we got for him. It's not too bad. On the 29th of July, great news, although he might be slightly injured, Nathan Aki extends his contract to 2027, so that's very good news. And on to the 30th of July, and our final friendly game. Not the greatest end to our little Far East tour as we return to the UK. It ended City 1, Atletico Madrid 2. This was in the Seoul World Cup Stadium in South Korea. 12 noon kickoff, although it was delayed till 12:45. Torrential rain, absolutely bucketed it down, but the pitch played pretty well after that. It drained very, very quickly with the humidity, and it's very warm apparently as well. So it played pretty well. Attendance of 64,185. The starting 11: Edison, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Laporte, Roderick, Bernardo, Foden, Grealish, Alvarez and Haaland. Ortega was this as a subs bench. Ortega, Carson, Phillips, Aki, Cancelo, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Gomez, Akanji, Peroni, Bob, Palmer, Lewis and McAtee. First half, yeah, competitive, very, very competitive. Arguably the two best chances though fell to the Spaniards, despite City dominating the ball. But Atletico revert to type as far as physicality is concerned, as Piliqueta's booked after 15 minutes. It ends up with two players on each side being booked, as it got a bit tatty at times and a bit nasty. And of course, they did the usual. As soon as he got a touch, they were rolling over on the floor. But the ref didn't do too bad, actually. So that was it, 0-0 at half time. The second half, yeah, City put 9 subs. Only Carson, Aki, KDB, Peroni and Palmer were left on the bench, and just Alvarez and Diaz stayed on, so we'll play the full game. So we put all our subs on. 61 minutes, they put theirs on. 9 outfield substitutes by Madrid. And yeah, a lot better. They start to fly at us. We had an early chance with ours, which we didn't score. Perhaps Kovacic should have done better. McAtee should have done better with it. But 66 minutes, they took the lead. A Diaz error leads to a good save initially from Ortega, but we don't clear our lines. And Memphis Depay, remember him, works a 1-2 and smacks it home. 74 minutes, it's pretty much game over. It's 2-0 to Atletico as Carrasco leaves Lewis floundering and Welly's home from outside the box. Again, Ortega, no chance. 85 minutes, we did get one back. It was 2-1. A Gomez corner. Diaz rises like the proverbial salmon. It takes a slight deflection off the defender's back and the keeper can't keep it out, but it ends up as just a consolation. A pretty scrappy second half from City. We didn't really get going. Madrid's reserve looked a little bit better than our reserves, let's put it that way. Far superior, and overall I would say they probably did deserve the win. The tour as such, even the Bayern Munich game that we mentioned before, perhaps Bayern Munich were slightly better in that as well. So yeah, not perfect for City, with the Community Shield coming up in a week's time as this game ended. Match stats: shots 15 for City, 7 on target, 9 for Atletico, 5 on target. Possession for City was 59%. Now, my man of the match, I didn't find out what the City one was at the time. My man of the match was Walker. I'll give him that. The headlines: the back page with a picture of Grealish back on the trophy hunt. Wembley dress rehearsal ends in defeat as City's focus shifts to the Community Shield. Inside the Manchester Evening News, Richard Fay: City just not at it. See what they did there? Pep won't have too many concerns in what will like a dress rehearsal for Wembley. Yeah, it's because we played a slightly stronger team in that first half, of course. The Manchester Evening News called it an unfriendly friendly. It's one thing to call it. Yes, Simeone loved it. He certainly enjoyed the first goal, and yeah, winning was even better for him. Not something I like to see myself, him celebrating. Joe Bray: this was anything but a friendly. We can expect a growing rivalry if we meet again. Yes, there's a chance that we could be drawn against them in the Champions League as well. There you go. That's July. Join me next time as going to August as the Guardiola transfer drags on. Yes, still not sorted. And Walker, Bernardo, Cancelo and Laporte still remain City players at this point in time as we go into August. And of course, coming soon, a Community Shield with Arsenal at Wembley, the start of the Premier League, and of course we're going to go and have a tilt at the UEFA Super Cup, so we'll have a go at that. Let me know any memories you've got of this period, guys. It'd be great to hear from you. If you say if you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1. But I hope you enjoyed this part 2. Let me know any memories you've got. It'd be great to hear from you. Till we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.